Hello, my name is Dale Greer. I am director of the Cullman Economic Development Agency. Today I have the opportunity to read The Ugly Duckling, and it is by Hans Christian Andersen. It was very pleasant out in the country. The birds were chirping, the frogs were croaking, and the sun was warm and cozy. A mother duck was sitting on her nest waiting for her ducklings to hatch. The first egg cracked open and a sweet yellow duckling popped out, and then came another and another, and soon there were 6 fluffy yellow ducklings saying quack, 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 and causing quite a commotion. But there was still one more rather large egg left to hatch. "Hello, how does it go?" asked the duck who came to call on the new mother. "This one egg is taking a very long time," answered the mother duck. "But just look at my others. They are the sweetest ducklings I have ever seen." "Let me look at that egg," said the visitor. "You may be sitting on a turkey egg." The new mother replied, "Maybe not. I'll just sit on it a bit longer, see what happens." At last, the big egg cracked open, and out popped a rather large duckling with gray feathers, nothing like the 6 before. "Well, this is a bit unusual," said the mother, "but I love him just the same, like mothers always do." However, his siblings picked on him for being different, as sometimes siblings do. They called him Ugly Duckling when Mama wasn't looking. The next day was a beautiful sunny day, perfect for learning to swim. The mother duck gathered her ducklings and went down to the edge of the lake. She splashed them in the water, and they followed, one by one, swimming in a row behind her. They were all great swimmers, including the gray, ugly duckling. The mother duck was very proud of them and felt her gray duckling was quite handsome. One day, Mother Duck took her family to visit the animals at the farm. Everyone was very happy to see the new yellow ducklings, but they didn't understand the gray duckling, and they weren't very friendly to him. The ugly duckling decided it would be best to go out on his own, as he was fairly grown up now and felt confident. Mama understood and said to him, "Always remember you are very special, a handsome duckling, and I love you very, very much." Autumn was coming and the leaves were beginning to turn yellow and red. It was getting colder, so the ugly duckling found a cottage where a woman lived with her cat and hen. He was welcomed into the cottage, but was told he had to contribute to the household. "Can you lay eggs?" asked the hen. "I don't believe so," replied the ugly duckling. And the lady said, "Well, you may stay, and we will see how it works out." So the duckling sat in the corner in very low spirits. He began to think of the fresh air and sunshine and longed to be swimming in the lake. It was wonderful to float on the water and then dive to the bottom and then pop back up again, he said to himself. The cottage was warm, but he knew it wasn't home and that he needed to leave, even if it meant being outside in the cold. So one evening when there was a lovely sunset, a flock of beautiful birds flew out of the bushes. They were brilliantly white, with long necks, graceful. They were swans, spreading their long wings to fly far away where the air was warmer and it was more comfortable, and the lakes remained unfrozen. He was amazed at the sight of the swans and thought they were just beautiful. The winter grew very, very cold, and the duckling would swim about in the water to keep it from freezing. The hole that he stayed in, swam in, became smaller and smaller and smaller. He kept his spirits up by remembering the summertime and the warm sun, and thoughts of the beautiful white swans that he had seen flying across the sky. When the sun began to shine warmly in the sky and the songbirds began to sing, he knew that he had made it to spring, and he was so happy. Then all at once he lifted his wings stronger and swifter and flew like he had never flown before. He landed in a spacious garden where apple trees blossomed, and the smell of lilac was in the air. There they were, the lovely swans that he had seen last fall. They swam up to the ugly duckling, but he was afraid he was going to get the same reception he always had. The ugly duckling, afraid they wouldn't like him. But they said to him, "Welcome, you are home where you belong." The ugly duckling looked at his reflection in the water and could not believe his eyes. He had beautiful white feathers and a long, graceful neck. "I am a swan," he said. His mother saw him from the new nest where she was waiting, sitting on eggs, ready for a new breed. "I always knew my gray fluffy son was special," she said. And that is the end. A great story.